This is what the Lord had to suffer through. The Lord was suffering why? For the sake, the purpose of showing his wrath. Go on.
And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy.
Yeah, so the flip side is, even though Jake, through a period of time of this, this scheme the Lord was scheming, had to be on a piece of shit level, it was still to show legendary levels of glory unto them. So even though he's like, you're going to be getting upset, like, yo, what's going on? Because Ezra, he's getting upset. He's seeing things you're trying to mold yourself as righteously as possible. And you're seeing the most absolute retarded wickedness getting rewarded. Go on.
Which he had afore prepared unto glory.
Yeah, so it was a plan that was a long time. That's why it's like, the thing is like the plan was in brewing for so long. There was even like, it was like, man, it's like the plan was already been in action from the inception of the conception of the world. Well, actually, no, inception it would be. Or maybe not. I can't remember what the fuck, which one's which. But from when the world came to being, the plan was already in motion. But then, he's just going to come a couple thousand years later, like, why? But the Lord already had it set up, man. That's why sometimes you have to be like, hey, Lord's doing what he's doing. Go on.
Verse 24, even us, whom he have called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles.
Yeah, so also the Gentiles. Because the thing is even back in the time of Ezra, there would have been Jakes that were away from the commonwealth of Israel. The members of the elect. Because the thing is Jake had been scattering for the longest. From Egypt, this was during the Babylonian captivity, I believe. So even then, you would have had Jakes that might have just been gone off amongst Egypt, amongst around the tribes around Canaan, or land of Israel, I should say. But all them different areas, you would have had Jakes, and there would have been the elect among them. So they still need to come in. The Lord just glorified them guys in the land there. And I think even at this time, man, the 10 tribes would have been gone as well, man. Actually, maybe they would have still been in captivity. I'm not too sure on the timeline, man. But okay. But yeah, we got that. So jump on Romans 8. And what verse are you
14. For as many that are led by the Spirit.
Yeah.
Right, Romans 8 and chapter 4. Romans chapter 8 and verse 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God.
Yeah. Now I'm talking about no Edomite being led, man.
God.
That's the first thing these Christians say. No Edomite gonna be led. Well, he's gonna be led by the Spirit straight into captivity, man.
Straight into the fire.
Straight in there. He's gonna be. Anyway, he's gonna let the Spirit's leading.
Well, the scripture says who's coming as Satan. So he's led by Satan.
Yeah, Satan.
He's on fire for Satan.
Yeah, he's doing right now. He's like Satan. I hear it's me like Sabrina, man.
Yeah.
The Dark Lord.
He trapped in his own snare, man. He's being led into his own demise,
Yeah, see, he's the old scheming for hours, getting counsels from demons.
Isaiah chapter 47,
Yeah?
Isaiah 47.
Come on.
Praise Satan.
Hail Satan.
For ye have not received.
Hell.
Yeah.
That's what Jeremiah says.
Is the Avengers still around?
Yeah, innit? Exactly. Who knows, man? Yeah, he's done, man.
After Infinity War, innit?
Yeah. Man got snapped, he's just dead dust. You go to the keyboard, just bed dust on the keyboard.
Like the Tony Stark.
For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father.
Yeah, so that's what's different as well. It's after Yahawashi came, then it was different. Because the thing is like, before we were in captivity, it was like, we're crying to the Lord and the Lord would set us free. but then it was still under the same covenant, the old covenant that we can't fulfill. Where the only flaw in the covenant is the fact that we can't hold it down. So this is why now it's read it again because I forgot the exact wording.
So it says, "For ye have not received the spirit of bondage."
Yeah, we've not received the spirit of bondage, man. Because now, even though, because we're in captivity, it's like, our minds have been renewed through the spirit of Yahawashi. Now we know, okay, this is a thing we just got to endure. But it's like, we know the purpose, man. The Lord's let us in on the scheme, that's been going on, man. And this is the thing, this is why it's like, hey, you just got right. That's why, the men of the Lord, it's like, you got to fulfill your course, man. That's what it's about. You come out here, hey, the Lord's got his plan, he's doing what he do. You got to come out and fulfill your course. And now we're right at the tail end of that. On the tippy top, the final hair on the tail, man.
Well, that's what John said. I've finished my course, I've kept the faith.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, finishing your course.
So the Lord, the thing is that's why it's like the men, them elect men who are going to get raised up. That's it. You just got to keep going in the hope of that. Because now we know it's not it's not a mystery like it was then. Now it's been you understand.
And it says, is that your note? You want me to go back?
Oh no, there was more. The point I wanted is actually in way further down.
Verse 16, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
Yeah, so it's like now, it's like just how, the thing is as well, is like back in the time of Ezra, even then it was records. You need them records. Yes, getting the fuck out of the temple. You could have been the Levite of Levites.
Yeah.
The staunchest, rawest Levite on the planet Earth. But then they're just like, don't even get your ass out there. Get your ass out the temple, man. Because, hey, that's it. But now it's a thing through the Spirit. Even certain men, my phone actually just vibrated. But, what was it? It was, what did I just say? Well, okay, go on.
Verse 17.
You beat into us. I was like, wait.
And if children, then heirs of God, and joint heirs with Hamashiach.
Yeah, so because we've received that joint heirship, and now it's actually a capability for us to become perfected. So it's like now, the pathway's been set. Now you got to do is fulfill that course.
If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the end goal. We're getting that goal. Because Yahawashi has received his reward. It's been shown. The thing is, it was shown as well to the disciples. The men over there, they saw. It was like, hey, they saw, look, come touch. It's like, oh damn. It's like, yo, he's been perfected. They saw him get beamed up into the chariots. That's gonna be burned into your brain, man. Your brain's gonna turn into a chariot, man. Hey, if you saw Yahawashi getting beamed up to the chariot, and they were just saying, look, why are you saying, man was still there gazing to the point, why y'all gazing up, man? Go do the work. That's what, imagine man was just there, the sun set, the next sun rose, man was just there, hey, but that's a sight. Done.
Verse 18, for I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Yeah, so now it's the understanding's coming, see? Because now you know, like, oh, okay, all this hell that you're enduring, you're realizing there's a reward associated to it. Because just like the hell that was suffered back then, hey, the reward it's been waiting, man. The spiritual bank accounts. And the thing is that bank account's going to be paying out for eternity. Now you might put money in the bank, you get interest. You might have certain accounts, certain investments. Then you be like, yeah, you good. Then the stock market crashes, and then you just done. The housing market crashes, you done. Then the bank just goes a bit like what was it? Northern Rock. Man were trying to withdraw that money. Then they were just like, yeah, you could have 250 grand in there. It's done. You could have had 3.7 millions. It's done. Nothing. You got to withdraw £250 at the ATM. Imagine, that's hell. So, but then, hey, what we're gonna get that eternal bank account, man. You're gonna be getting them dividends, man. You're gonna wake up, you just, FD.
Yeah, that's why the scripture says where thieves breaking in still.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it's that moth-eaten, crusty, you know, that corrupt goods.
It's fucked.
You there, you checking the account, just why? You know, but then in the time now, people be like, yeah, looking at that. That's why there's even a flex where it's like a man will withdraw his, you know, the amount in his account, like them tickets, and then drop it. And a girl will pick it up and be like, oh my God, is this yours? Then she'll be jumping and that's a flex. But you know, are we flexing with the spiritual bank account? Ain't no flex you can do in the world. That's something in the kingdom you're gonna be flexing, man. When you're in the crib with the rolling, nigga, you're gonna have the grill, you're gonna be sucking on the titty with the grill, man. Pure gold, man. Gems in every, your gems in every tooth. You like, yeah, you crying but blinding niggas.
2 Corinthians 4:18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Yeah, straight fam. Jump back on, because we ain't got too long.
Can't.
And I still want to go back to something else. Hold thingy. Second edges just back. Go on, go.
Verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Yeah, the earnest expectation. We're waiting, man, for that time, man. Hey, go on.
Verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
Yeah, so the reason was, you know, this is even more. Because he said, Ezra was extolling about, you know, Adam falling off, Jake falling off, you know. The reasoning behind this was it was not under, he was still confounded. He didn't quite know what was going on. But it was broken down now. Go on.
And it says, verse 21, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God.
Yeah, so it's only for a season that we have to suffer under the chains of darkness. But after, the thing is we're going to receive, there's going to come that time when we're going to be completed and perfected. And that's something that, you know, people, and like the brother just said, these are spiritual gifts, man, spiritual rewards. There's no tangible, now in the world, you can't actually, it doesn't hold any worth in this place. This is a thing where it's like, once you get that body, I'm like, man, if let's say you get raised up with spiritual power, and we're still in hell, bro, you're gonna be flying around shooting laser beams at Edomites. Well, you might be murking off the elect. That's why it can't happen. It literally is incompatible. Because it's like, if you get raised up now, it's basically, this place needs to come to an end. Because one Jake getting raised up, you're going to end the planet, man.
Quick precept.
There will be any Edomite survive. You know, have the whole name, one raised up Jake, you can be done. You can be like, hey, say, how you gonna go to work? You will levitate and shoot laser beams. Then you're gonna be there at McDonald's flipping burgers. Oh, hell no.
What does it say, man? One bunch for 1,000 to fly or something like that?
Yeah,
man, should roll up somewhere and
10 to 10
copy everyone.
Yeah. It's gonna be like Superman, the laser beam just come out. And the whole, come on, man. That's why it's a thing where it's, hey, when we got in the the kingdom to come, that's when we're gonna be raised up, man.
Verse 22, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now.
Yeah.
And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit. Even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit the redemption of our body.
Yeah, we're groaning now. All kinds of lamentations, waiting for that, man. So this is the purpose of what Ezra didn't quite understand, man. But go on.
Quick precept, if I may.
Okay, go on.
2 Peter 3 and 13. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, man. That's what the groaning's for, man. Because the thing is all this wickedness out here also chase you, man. You walking around, man. You see a transgender. You have to, man. I was watching that document. I don't know if you men saw it on The Guardian. It's like what is it? Understanding Masculinity or something. I don't know. But it's an interesting little series. It's going through just talking to men and different understandings on masculinity, and it just shows basically how men now they don't have no clue what the hell being a man is. And it's like in this one they're interviewing different men. Then they interviewed like the most moistest, blackest, cock-suckingest Negro they could find on the planet Earth. The nigga had his lips, he had eyeshadow on his eyes, he had his lips greased up, looking moist as hell. And he's just, the way he's talking, man had sperm and lodged in between his teeth, man. It was that terrible. It was like, and I'm like, man, when you witness that, as a man, righteous man, that's what you actually, all I was thinking about was using the samurai sword to lay the judgment down, man. But hey, what can you do now? You just there, just like, what? You know, this guy could come in, you'll work, let that guy be on the same job as you. If you say like, look man, get the fuck away from me, man, and you're gonna get fired. And they'll never hire you anywhere, man. He'll call up your next job, say he's a homophobe. He hates gays. You got more on yours.
Verse 24. For we are.
No.
Okay.
You can drop it.
Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 3 verse 35.
So we're back.
Or when was it that they which dwelt upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people?
Oh, go on. Read that verse as well.
Or what people have so kept thy commandments?
Yeah. Who? Only Israel. Go on.
Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen.
Yeah. So only Israel's kept the precepts. So go on.
Chapter 4 verse 1. And the angel that was sent unto me, whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer.
Yeah, so man had a name, like Uriel, most of them just an angel. Uriel, that's what I mean, it's like man was there. Imagine you, I'm like, man, this angel must have been terrible. Man was talking about earlier, terrible to behold, but man still asked them the hard questions. Why? Why is this happening, God?
And said, thy heart hath gone too far in this world, and thinkest thou to comprehend the way of the Most High?
Yeah, that's it. So he's you're trying to understand things. The Lord had to reveal them things, man. Man, when you hear just getting whipped, it's gonna be like, what's going on? You think the Lord's left you, man? Well, that's when Yahawashi was on the cross, man. He was like, man, he's like, yo, the Lord, you left me. That's why you need to get firmed up, just trying like, look, man, this is all the Lord's plan.
Because brothers go through that, man.
Yeah.
You know, when brothers getting chastised and stuff like that, man, you just think, shit, the Lord's gonna destroy me, man.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't know what the latter end of it is. You just know you're being afflicted right now. And you don't know what,
trying to annihilate me off the planet Earth right now. Like, yo.
All kind of shit's happening, man. But you gotta, like Robert said, firm up and just push on. You know, keep calm and carry on. You know.
It's good,
man. Gird up, hey. What did he tell Joe? Gird up your loins as a man.
Gird up your loins as a man.
Just what you gotta do, man. You gotta take your shit and take your chastising, as cheerfully as you can. And just carry on doing what you was told to do, and hope and pray the Lord just ease off you, man, so you can continue doing the work. That's what you gotta do, man. Keep that hope, keep the faith.
Then said I, yea, my Lord. And he answered me and said, I am sent to show thee 3 ways, and to set forth 3 similitudes before thee. Whereof, if thou canst declare me one, I will show thee also the way that thou art desirous to see. And I will show thee from whence the wicked heart cometh. And I said,
and these things were so we've broken down. This is in the latter ends of the New Testament. These things are getting broken down. So it wasn't even the time yet. That's why it's like certain men receive visions, they weren't even broken down. Yeah.
And also, man, when like a prophet would receive something, man, sometimes the Lord told him to not tell that part, to hold that back. So some knowledge that didn't even go out.
Yeah.
You know, that died with one man.
Yeah, man was just there. He's just there. Just some legendary vision. Yeah. I don't even know. Yeah.
What is going on here?
Who cares, man?
And it says, and I said, tell on my Lord. Then said he
We're gonna be going before
unto me, go thy way. Weigh me the weight of the fire, or measure me the blast of the wind, and call me again the day that is past.
Yeah. That's something, and that was 3 things, which now, and the funny thing is that because now that the knowledge that he was seeking has actually been unsealed, these things are even understood, man. It says what? Weigh me the weight of a fire. You can measure that fire. You can now measure. You can measure the weight of a fire. Esau's got methods of doing that, man. There's different parameters, different dimension, different units which can measure all these kinds of things. They said what? What was the other one? Measure me the blast of wind. Now you got what? Miles per hour, man. You go on the weather app, and it'll tell you, on a day it's going to be 17 miles per hour. It's going to be 3 miles per hour. It's going to be 8 miles per hour. That wind can be measured. They got those things where it's like the wind will spin a certain. So these things, now these things can be done. But and what was the last one? Yeah, call me again the day which is past. Now you can call them days back. You go get your ass on YouTube. You go to the channel. You go back. You can call all kinds of Saturdays back. So these are it's funny as hell. It's like it was given to. It was like, but that showed how he wasn't ready. Because it was getting broken down. Look, what you're gonna understand is nuclear missiles, ICBM. He's going, the brain would have melted, man. It's like it was not the time yet, man. And that's why it was the law. Imagine the things that were said, and now we're in the time where it's like you can just see, damn, hey, them things it's already possible. So that's why it's a thing. Everything in its time, and everything's according to the way the Lord's got it going, man. That's why it's like there's certain things that we're gonna do in the kingdom. If it was explained to you now, your brain might explode, man. The things we understand about the kingdom is just on a small level. When we get in the kingdom, bro, it's gonna be for eternity, mate. And you're gonna be good. I'm like, damn, bro, eternity gives you a headache, man. You start thinking about waiting, so 1,000 years is gonna go, then 1,000,000 years, then 1 billion, but there's still gonna be more. And it's just your brain starts going, but the Lord's outside time. So I'll leave it there, man. Let's make a move swiftly to get away from any possible. Yeah, Shalom, Yahawashi.
Shalom.
Let's make a move.
I'm telling you.